long way down. We've come down to the 100 level from up there, and I always say you see interesting things in mines, and appears to be holding true still, as it appears there's an interesting science project at work here. Yeah, see all the high-tech gadgets back here? Those look like seismic monitors. I already went back there and looked in the box. The box, of course, is empty. But you can see that some fairly sensitive electronics set up in here. That's it, just an interesting little side drift. More interesting than most, I have to say. See some of the minerals here. Just on the other side of the shaft over there a moment ago. And I have crossed over to the drift that is behind us here. A lot of junk on the ground. Looks like some old jeans there, actually. This just stops right there. And you can see we pick up some rail right there. Little stope right here. But we've seen lots of stopes, haven't we? There's my buddy up there. I went to the left, he went to the right. Mineralization there. Got some ore chutes here. And unpleasant looking rock pile to climb over. So the ore chute's right there in front of me, and I've gotten down on my knees here because I want to look up this ladder. We're going to look up together. Alright, looks like it just goes up into a messy little stope up there. I was just filming from there. See them back. All the timbers here. And of course, they're completely loaded. Now, my friend just came from crawling over the rock pile here, because you can apparently squeeze up through there. However, he said it's 300 featureless feet and ends in a complete collapse. So I'm not going to bother. There's so much to see in this mine. It's a big mine. Let's just keep dropping down and get to good stuff. I was just shooting from back there. I'm making my way back to the shaft, and notice this mineralized zone that I didn't see on the way in because it was behind me, but I thought viewers might find it interesting so you can see the contact zone so clearly. You can see all these crystals in here. See the vein running along the side there very distinctly. We just went back there, and now we are going to continue making our way down the shaft. Way down the shaft. So I'll pick up at the next level. Alright, just came off the shaft there. Got stuff running off that way. I see a bunch of ore chutes. But doesn't take that side to start with. I'm going to take this one. It looks like a pretty cool air door here. I think it's an air door because you can see the fabric hanging down there. Got a 1915 date. I saw 1952 up here as well. August 30th. So that's kind of cool. You can see all the dots from the ore cart loads and such through there. So let's go see what's behind the door. Behind door number 1. Alright, inside the drift now. See a pretty big ore chute right there. You see they were tracking the ore cart loads that came out of it. This looks like it was productive ore chute, given the number of dots. drift just keeps wrapping around this way. I was just back there, you can see the air door there. And notice this old miner's graffiti here, which I always think is pretty cool. It's not always decipherable, but it's almost always cool. An ore chute here. It's all blocked off with woodwork. Another ore chute. Got a manway running up here. These are sort of things we can investigate on the way back if there are any sections of the mine that we learn that we have missed or bypassed. Got your Pall Malls. There are a lot of ore chutes in this mine, you guys. See, we have a stope here, dropping down there. Of course, more ore chutes. This is when you earn your money as a mine explorer. Looking down into the stopes. Let's drop down at least one level, possibly more. Again, you can see the ore chute here in front of me, and this crude ladder set up here to help us get across. Make my way over there without slipping down the stope. I'll be happy. Looking ahead from the ladder, more and more ore chutes. Just looks like at least 3 back there so far. Looking down, yeah, just all stoked out down there. Just came from that direction, crossing over that busted up ladder right there. I'm over another stope right now. I'm actually standing on a false floor. You can see a ladder down there leading up into the stope. Those drop down, those are almost vertical. Drop down quite a way. And like I said, I'm standing on a pretty loaded false floor here actually. You see the chutes keep running that way. We've been coming from that direction. I've gotten to a point where you can see an interesting vein here I want to share with you guys. See, it runs up all through here. I'm assuming this is what they're after. And of course, you can see the sign says closed. And the reason it says that is because they stoped everything out from underneath here. As you can see, it's just all empty void down there. And here. See, it just, that's, like I said, that's almost vertical. Just drops away down there. Another ore chute in front of me here. And then things keep pushing back that as far as I can see. So I think I need both hands to hop, skip, and jump my way over this. So I'll put the camera away and pick up again when I can over there. Well, as happens all too often, I made it over all this only to get back here and discover that that was in fact the end. So I'm going to make my way back over all that and pick up at the next interesting point. There's that door right there and the shaft here, of course. Having finished that side, we now have this side to go check out. It looks a bit messy, like a bunch of stuff's come down, which probably won't be fun to crawl over, but we'll go check it out all the same. My buddy back there. Just came from over there and standing on a false floor right now. Again, going over this huge stope down here. And like I said, we're going to keep going this way into the the land of ore chutes. I was just standing over there a moment ago, and I'm continuing my way in. Everybody's taking some pictures. More stoping, just dropping off for extreme depths. And you can see a lot of these floors are supporting us are eating away, caving away, what have you. See how that's been knocked out right there. And that continues on up here. It's just this whole series of ore chutes. That's my friend up ahead. Whole series of ore chutes through here with all this stuff dropping off. Miners would have had to be quick on their feet to avoid going down these things. There's no railings or anything like that in here. You know, pushing an ore cart along, you trip or something, you're going down one of those. Going for a ride. It just continues along here. And on through there. I'll pass him by and pick up on the other side. So I was just over there before ore chute 5. Past ore chute 5 now. And we're continuing past ore chute 6 right here. You see the pressure back here because buckling and snapping timbers like they're nothing. Another false floor here. This looks more like an ore pass, which is kind of strange because you've got the ore chute number 7 right here. Man, look at the wood on number 7. Ooh, man, that's nuts. Anyway, I'm kind of confused why you'd have this here since you've got the ore chute right there, but that's what it is. Making our way over this stuff. It's a little unnerving when you hear the boards shifting and creaking and cracking underneath your feet, especially when you see stuff like that right in front of you. Okay, here's number 8. And we don't know if we can get past that or not up there. We'll find out. In the meantime, there's some more miners graffiti. Trying to get, there's so much stuff on the ground, I'm having a hard time standing up. Looks like Kilroy was here, maybe. I don't know. I'm having a hard time making this one out. Maybe you guys at home can read this bit on it. Looks like George was here too, only without the extra O. Huh. Alright. I'm going to ditch my pack because it looks like it's very tight back there. So I'm going to ditch my pack and I'll pick up somewhere back there. Okay, I was last shooting background number 8 there, where my friend just came around the corner. There's number 9. And you can see I'm in a pretty interesting section here. Of course, standing another false floor. You see all the timber they jammed back, or I should say wood scraps. They jammed it back there to help support the area around number 9. I'll show you why they did that in just a second. Meanwhile, this is what we are standing on top of here. I lean out over the void. That goes straight down there. That's not an angle, that is straight down. And you can see, again, the pressure the wood is under, because that support timber there is literally pushing through. It's under such extreme pressure, it's literally pushing through that board that jammed in there. That board is not small, I assure you. And of course that extends over to here. I mean, the skill involved in jamming all that stuff in there without falling down the winds is just unimaginable to me. So the reason number 9 is so well timbered is because look at number 10 here, which has gone away, meaning it's failed. And number 11 back there seals the deal for good. So that is why they didn't mess around with the timbering in here. So I realized the autofocus is getting thrown off by the woodwork in front of me. So there's a look at 11. And that is done. I'm making my way back to the shaft now. So here's number 4 right there. I stopped here for a couple reasons. Because you always see stuff on the way out, you didn't see stuff on the way in. So first of all, I wanted to give Ray and Chester, Jim, their due. But I also wanted to show you this mineralization here, which looks like candle wax melting down from there. Let me get closer. That is pretty cool looking. Alright, we just finished up that section there. Now we're going to continue dropping down the shaft. So there's a little trap door right there. We're just going to keep working our way down into the blackness. Just came off the ladder there. We're down at the 300 station. You can see it keeps going down there. I'm on a wooden platform here. And you can see they would they'd roll the ore carts out from over there. And the ore cars would roll over here. And they could just dump their material right into a skip car and a shaft right there. And they've got this little cable strung across here to stop ore carts from rolling away or stop people from falling down or what have you. See, this hooks and unhooks very easily. And it's kind of cool. I didn't mention this before, but each one of these stations has a little passageway going around the back there, so somebody can cross over the shaft without getting in the way of things or having to worry about getting hit by a skip car or something. So that's pretty cool. Neat little bench right there too. Looking over here, initially looks nice, you know, nice spacious adit or drift, but then you come around the bend here and there's this big cave in. So looks like we're gonna be crawling some more. I came from up there, and frankly, I'm amazed it didn't snap that timber. So that timber somehow survived having all this cave down on top of it, which gives you an idea of how strong those things are. Just stops right there. Appears to be another air door here. You can see all the fabric around it. And we'll see where this goes. Back of the shaft station, as you can see, little trap door there leading down to the next levels down. So we have this side to check out. A couple interesting little things here as I'm tripping over pipes. Got the Hercules powder right there, and old school dust mask. Looks like it belonged to Bill. Very cool. Looks like there was an air door here as well. Appears to be it there. And I believe it was mounted there just in front of that ore chute. All appearances. Little drift, backfill drift. Just runs back there and stops. Some stopes. Got the consistent theme ore chutes running off. Doesn't seem like there are all the holes in the ground like elsewhere though. This actually has some decent track. So it's kind of nice to see after burning so much energy running over those holes. Just came from over there, climbed over the pile. I'm at the next ore chute. Pausing at this one just to show you this manway here, which runs up to there where it's blocked off. They put a platform over that, or a board over that, to seal it off. Ore chute's definitely loaded though. And the drift keeps running back, and what do you know? Another ore chute. More miner's graffiti here. Let's see how many ore chutes we have here on this drift. The remains of an ore chute. The sides have been knocked out. Old timber. I do like that. There we go. We got our holes back. False floor, hole, back in familiar territory with this mine. Got some more ore chutes there. I don't know if you can hear that stuff. I knocked a couple pieces of gravel down when I walked by. You can hear it just falling for a good number of seconds, let's say. It goes down away. It's probably too soft to hear in the microphone and the camera. Looks like they were tracking the number of loads they took down there. Get over there and pick up there. Just cross over that. Coming from back that way. Got number 4 here, which is pretty wrecked. Here's number 5. Well, it should be number 5 after number 4. Fair amount of ground fall back there. Looks like we have a fault on our right. Makes it kind of awkward to walk past. We got Reed and Bunyan were here. That's not, I mean, that's old. That's carbide, so those are almost certainly miners. This ore chute's in bad shape. A lot of junk back here. Got a manway here. That one is not blocked off. That one goes quite a way. That would go up somewhere on the 200 that we looked down. Alright, this is messy. It's gonna take some time to get over. So I'll pick up on top of that pile over there. I was just shooting from back there. See, things are getting messier back here. A lot of ground fall through here and all through there. Bad news. Bad news next to number 8. But the good news for me, see, it just gets worse. Good news for me is I met my buddy who was coming out from this side, and he said it just gets worse. Just a couple more ore chutes back there. It's all caved and nasty and not worth the energy given all the lower levels we still have. So I'll wrap this one up here and meet you guys back at the shaft station. We'll get down to more interesting stuff below. Just come down to the next level. I believe this is the 400 level. Little workshop across the way there. See some stuff on the shelves still. Shaft does keep dropping down as well. See the trapdoor right there. Keeps dropping down. Also a drift behind me. Same layout as all the other levels. Got the air door. The drift running off. Just turning around, I noticed the old wiring up here. Pretty cool. Let's go see where this drift goes and what we might find on this drift. Air door right there. Dead-end pocket. This is actually the same layout as the one that's directly above us. Had that little pocket going off to the right. Remember that? And the drift runs back here. Man, there's a lot of stuff to trip over here. Okay, looks like there's some kind of chamber maybe up here. Huh, we just hit another drift level. This is odd. So drift runs back that way, but it also runs back this way. That is very, I wonder if this loops around the other side of the shaft. Curious, curious. Well, I'll tell you what. We're already headed this direction. We'll do the old right-hand rule. This track looks more substantial, at least in terms of width, than that above. But that may just be because I'm seeing a long stretch of it here, rather than bits and pieces. Naturally, we've got all our ore chutes up there. Geology smell. It's almost got a sweet fragrance smell, like like a woman with perfume walked by a few seconds ago in here. It's interesting. Not something I've smelled before in a mine. I will pick up down there because this looks fairly featureless until that point. Came from way down there, past a bunch of ore chutes. These are those we saw in the distance. You're not missing anything. There is a manway here, and this manway seems like it was built right in the remains of an ore chute. Yeah, I'd say that's exactly what happened here, because here's the old manway right there. You can even see the remains of some ladder right there. Huh. Guess it would be easier to go up the larger space, obviously. There is a Trojan explosives box at my feet here. Looking ahead. Wow, more surprising. What could it be? Ore chutes. Wow. Lots and lots of ore chutes. I have to say these workings seem newer or rehabbed compared to those above. These are in much better shape. They have a more modern appearance. For example, you've got this system over here, which is still intact, where they have these pipes in here, and if they want to block the ore or waste rock from pouring out, they just slide that board in there, and when they're ready for it to flow again, they just lift it out, which is pretty innovative. Point being, all that looks more modern than what we saw above. So I'm okay with that, actually, because I was tired of crawling over piles of waste rock that spilled down from failing stopes. Looks like I've got some nice ore samples collected here. That has an interesting crystalline appearance. Cool. And of course, more ore chutes. So I will pick up over there. I was shooting from over there earlier, and there's some interesting stuff here. First of all, there's a ton of ore chutes. Again, you can see they're using that board held in place with the metal again to control the flow of rock out of the chute. Right in front of me is this, where's that bench right there too? There's this compartment here that, see the trap door there, opens up and drops way down there, and there's a lot of airflow coming up from down there. I can't think of a time I've seen something quite like this in a mine before. It's an unusual feature. I mean, it's a winze, obviously, but haven't seen one set up quite like that before. It's interesting things continue because ore shoot, and then ore shoot, ore shoot, ore shoot, ore shoot. A whole string of ore shoots right there. Obviously a pretty productive stope overhead. Doesn't look like it'll be a very comfortable chair. Not sure what that was. I'm sure somebody has some ideas in the audience. Well, after that long string of ore shoots, the drift keeps going, so I'll pick up down there. Just came from that direction. Ripped the track out at this point. Not sure why. It's starting to get messier back here, which isn't as much fun because it's a pain to get through. All the ground fall right there. Big ore chute right here. It's got a metal gate on it, which is interesting. And of course it's plugged completely. So that's what we have ahead of us. I'll stumble my way through that, get around the bend, and pick up there. Making my way through this kind of stuff. As you can see, the trend of messiness did not stop. And in fact, it only increased. End of the line for us, guys, I'm afraid. So let's go back and figure out where that modern looking drift that cut in and ran off to the left went.